David Seaborg, evolutionary biologist, president of the World Rainforest Fund. Tonight, I want to speak about deep sea mining. They mine for minerals. These minerals actually are used in many things: computers, artificial intelligence, even solar energy have good uses, but um, they there are profoundly bad ecological effects of deep sea mining, partly because it churns up the sand and soot and debris at the bottom of the ocean, and this lands on the small organisms and buries them or clogs their pores. It kills the bacteria at the basis of the food chain, and then you have the smaller animals like, for example, sea cucumbers that get clogged up, and starfish and things that get killed down there at the bottom of the sea. But I wanted to talk about a new finding, which is so it destroys, we already know, the ecosystems at the seafloor, which, by the way, are very highly biodiverse, many, many species per unit area. So the new thing I want to talk about is a new scientific finding that this sand and debris at the bottom of the sea gets churned up, goes way, way up in the water column, all the way up to the what's called the photic zone, which is the zone where the sunlight penetrates enough for the phytoplankton, which are the small algae and bacteria that carry out photosynthesis, where they reside and do carry out photosynthesis. And they are the basis of the main food webs of the ocean because they feed the small zooplankton, as they're called, which feeds small things like copepods and little crustaceans, which feed small fish, which then feed larger fish and sharks, and the billfish, like the swordfish, the biggest fish, go all the way up all the way up the food chain from the phytoplankton. Now, these little particles of sand and debris that deep sea mining sends up to the phytoplankton, they are, it turns out, not nutritious for the phytoplankton, but are absorbed by them. Now, the phytoplankton need the sunlight to make their sugars, their carbohydrates, but also need the nutrients in the sea to grow, just like plants that carry out photosynthesis need the sunlight and need the nutrients of the soil. So they get normally nutrients from the sea, but if the deep sea mining goes on, it gives them junk food, these other little particles that come up and that they absorb instead of the good food. So this has the potential to greatly decrease the phytoplankton, which will then make everything in the food chain above them, from the little copepods to the crabs to the shrimp to the fish to the sharks, all have population declines. And so this is a very, very serious problem that I wanted to make you aware of. Thank you for your attention tonight. I enjoy talking to you. My last one on loneliness and tech, I didn't get a lot of comments, which I was hoping for, but I did get a lot of new followers. So I don't know what that means, but I'd love your comments on my video on social media and loneliness, as well as this one. Okay, have a good day. Bye.